Good morning, yogis. I'm Jess from Ginger Lemon Honey Yoga, and this morning we're going to go through a 30-minute flow that's going to really energize you, give you the power and motivation to go through your day as the creative, unique and magnificent beings that you are. So when you're ready, we're going to roll out your mat and we'll get started. So finding your nice comfortable seat, sit where our spine can be nice and long. Maybe placing the backs of your hands onto your knees. Maybe you want to bring your index finger and thumb together just to lock in that vital energy. You're going to give your shoulders a nice big roll. When you're ready, closing down the eyes. I just want you to direct your breath into your belly. Feeling it rising on the inhales and gently falling on the exhale. Big deep breaths, really stoking that fire in the belly, giving you motivation for the day ahead. I just want you to see if you can make your inhalations and exhalations of equal length. Maybe you can inhale for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4. Maybe you can make those breaths a little longer and deeper, adding to those counts. Still breathing deep into that belly. Still sparking that fire, that energy you need for the day. Allowing that breath to fill every part of your being. One more big breath here. And taking a deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and let it go. And when you're ready, just bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Bowing your chin towards your chest. And namaste. Let's begin class. Slowly opening your eyes. As you inhale, I want you to sweep those arms all the way up. Palms to touch, look up. As you exhale, we're going to twist to the right, taking the left arm behind us, left hand to right knee. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhaling up. Exhaling right. Inhale up. Exhale left. And I want you to keep going like this with your own breath. As slow, as fast as you like, whatever feels good for you this morning. If you want to bring some more energy, maybe you can speed it up, but match it with the breath. As you inhale, you come up, and you'll exhale to twist. So, you can keep going like that. You can get faster. If that's not feeling good for you this morning, then you can always slow it back down. And we're going to take 3 more breaths wherever you're at. When you're ready, you're going to reach back up to the sky, reach as high as you can, but soften the shoulders down the back, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, you're going to bring your hands down in front of you, plant them onto the earth, coming up into your knees, setting up for your tabletop position. So you want your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we inhale, I want you to start to squeeze the shoulder blades together, arch your spine, lift the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, start to round the spine, spread the shoulder blades apart, look at your belly. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Just going through some rounds of cat-cow. Again, taking this with your own breath this morning. Just going slow, feel good. Just going fast, giving you more energy. No right or wrong answer in yoga. It's whatever feels good for you. 2 more rounds. When you finish those rounds, just coming back to your neutral spine. As you inhale, I want you to sweep your left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to thread the left arm under the right, bring the shoulder down to the earth, left cheek to the ground. Maybe you want to tent out your right fingertips, just pushing away from the earth into a twist. Staying here, maybe you want to take your right arm up to the sky, or perhaps take it behind your back, maybe to take hold of that left inner thigh. Breathing here nice and deep. Seeing if you can come back to those equal breaths. Keep rolling that top right shoulder away. 2 more breaths. Your arms behind you, just bring it back up to the sky and bring it back down to the earth. As you inhale, you're going to sweep that left arm back up to the sky. And exhale, coming back to your tabletop position. This time you're going to inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, thread it under the left, bring the shoulder and cheek down to the earth. Taking whichever arm variation suits you. Just breathing nice and deep here. Again, trying to equalize those breaths. On your next exhale, see if you can twist that little bit deeper. With your arms behind you, bring it back up to the sky and down to the earth. On your next inhale, you're going to sweep that right arm all the way up. Exhale, hands down to the earth. And then keeping our hips above the knees, we're going to start to walk our hands forward. And we're going to sink our chest down towards the earth. Maybe your forehead can touch. Perhaps you can take your chin to the ground. As you inhale, just easing off. And exhale to sink. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down and just stay here. One more big breath. As you inhale, rising up slightly, And exhale, walk your hands back. Sinking your bum down towards your heels and tucking the toes if they were tucked. And sinking to your child's pose. Just allowing yourself to surrender here. And every exhale, feel yourself melting into your mat. One more breath. Your next inhale, start to slide the arms back toward you. Come to sit up on your heels. Bring the arms all the way up to the sky, palms to touch and look up. As you exhale, folding forwards, placing your hands down, sliding onto your bellies. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale to your child's pose. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Rise up, palms to touch. Exhale, down onto your bellies. Inhale to Cobra, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, child's pose. One more. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, Cobra, keep the elbows tucked in. Exhale, child's pose. Taking a breath here. Next inhale, once again, rise all the way up. Bring your palms to touch and look up. Interlace your fingers and point the index fingers up into the sky for Kali Mudra. As you exhale, we're going to bring our hands down in front of us. So you're like Charlie's Angels or James Bond. As you exhale, you're going to shift your weight back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Last one. Exhale back. Holding here for 3, 2, keep engaging your core. 1, inhale forward. Exhale, come to sit on your heels. Taking a resting breath here. And when you're ready, going back to your tabletop position. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Tucking the back toes under. As you inhale, you're going to lift the hips, lift the knees, coming up to your downward facing dog. Lengthening the heels down towards the earth. Doesn't matter if they touch the earth or not. Maybe you want to give your feet and your legs a bit of a pedal out. Again, it's what feels nice and juicy for you this morning. And you're ready, just coming to stillness. Lift those hips up as high as you can. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. One breath here. As you inhale, you're going to bend your knees, look forward, and walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. Staying here for a moment. Maybe bending into the knees. Just feeling into your hamstrings and the back of the body. Don't force anything. Hamstrings tend to be quite tight in the morning, especially if you're me. Just going to hang here for a little longer. See if you can let any tension in your head hang loose. Taking out that crease in the back of the neck. There's no need to be looking up, just allow yourself to relax. Breathe into your hamstrings, nice and deep with that equal breath. Be allowing yourself to soften on each exhale. One more breath here. And taking your hands onto your hips, softly bending into the knees if they're not already. As you inhale, start to lift the chest, coming up with a straight back. And all the way up straight and into the legs. Sweeping the arms up to the sky. Palms to touch, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Releasing the arms by your sides. As you inhale, bring the right knee up into your chest. Pause here for a moment. As you exhale, you're going to start to step that leg all the way back. Nice and slow, no rush. Really bending into that standing leg and touching the back toes down to the earth. You're going to set up for a warrior two. So you may want to adjust your stance a little bit, bending into that left knee. There's a left one there. And we're going to take our arms out by our sides. I want you to roll the shoulders back and down and shoot energy out through your fingertips. Really grounding down through the feet, pressing into the back edge of that right foot. I want you to imagine you're pulling your feet together to help ignite your thighs. And take 2 more breaths here. Keep shooting energy out of those fingertips, gazing over that front middle finger. And the next inhale, you're going to flip the front palm, reach forward, and exhale, reverse that warrior, taking the left arm over, sliding the right arm down the back leg. Feel into any sensations where you're feeling the stretch. 2 more breaths here. And your next inhale, coming back to your warrior. As you exhale, straighten into that front leg. Inhale, reach forward, taking the left hip back. And exhale, bring the left fingertips down, either towards the earth, shin in front of your calf, thigh. Reaching the right hand up to the sky for our Trikonasana triangle pose. 3 breaths here. Taking your gaze either up to your right thumbs, to the side of the room, or down towards your mat. Your next inhale, you're going to rise all the way back up. And exhale, hands onto the hips. Taking the feet to face the side of the mat so that both feet are parallel, pressing into the outside edges of your feet. And as you inhale, you're going to lengthen through the spine, nice and long. And exhale, with the hands on your hips, you're going to fold forward to a 90-degree angle. So nice flat back here. You can stay here, the hands on the hips, or maybe you want to take the arms out in front of you. Again, shooting energy out through those fingertips. Breathing 3 breaths here. And then when you're ready, you're going to start to fold forward. Maybe you can take your hands down onto the mats. Maybe you want to come up onto your fingertips. Your next inhale to lengthen through the spine. And exhale, fold. Maybe you can take your fingers and line with your toes. If you want, maybe you want to take your hands a little bit further backwards. Just pressing the hands down and forward to help deepen the stretch a little bit more. Again, letting that head hang nice and heavy. Maybe giving it a shake and a nod. One more breath here. Bring your hands back onto your hips. Inhale, rising all the way back up. And then taking the right toes out to the side. And we're going to tuck the back left toes in a little bit, coming into a warrior this side. So again, adjusting that stance however it feels good for you. Pressing down into the feet. As you inhale, take the arms out nice and long. Taking your drishti, your gaze over that front middle finger. Softening the shoulders down the back. Spending a few breaths here. Feel free to play with your warrior. Find what feels good for you. On your next inhale, flip the front palm. Reach forward and exhale, reverse that warrior. Taking the right arm over. Keep bending into that front right knee. Feel the stretch on the side of the right body. One more big breath here. On your next inhale, coming back to your warrior. Exhale, straighten into the front leg. Inhale, reach forward, taking the right hip back. And exhale, come into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Placing that bottom right hand wherever feels juicy and good. Keep rolling the top left shoulder back. Choosing where you'd like to take your gaze, your focus. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, rising all the way back up. Exhale, release the hands by your side. Taking your toes to the side of the mat, feet parallel. Interlacing the fingers behind the back. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and down. And exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward to a 90-degree angle once again. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and imagine you want to get the knuckles over your head towards the earth. And on your next exhale, so allowing yourself to melt that little bit deeper. Let the head hang heavy and keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Keep reaching the hands over the head. 2 more breaths, letting go on each exhale. On your next inhale, slowly start to rise all the way up. Releasing the hands and the fingers. And on your next inhale, you're going to jump or step to the top of your mat. Give yourself a little wiggle and a shake if your legs feel like they need a bit of a shake out. And then we're just going to come into a forward fold, a little bit of a difference, just to really get our minds working, our balance a little bit. So we're going to come up onto our tippy toes as high as you can. Keeping your arms by your side. You're then going to engage the core. You're going to start to hinge at the hips, folding forward. So So now you're like a little diving penguin, diving into the ocean, taking the arms back behind you. Just gazing at the top of your mat for focus and balance. Holding here for 3, 2, can you come even higher on your tippy toes? And once you exhale, start to bend into the knees. Sweep the arms forward, bring the arms by the ears, come into a chair pose on your tippy toes. See if you can bring your bum in line with your knees, hovering here for 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, place the bum down onto the heels. Bring your hands either down to the earth, popping them on your lap, or in prayer position. I just want you to stay here for a few breaths. Focusing your eyes at a non-moving point. If you fancy trying yourself a little bit more, maybe you can close down the eyes. Just a few more breaths. On your next exhale, you're just going to allow yourself to fall backwards. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a roll. If your feet are hurting a little bit, give them a little bit of a wiggle. And place our feet down onto the earth. Maybe just give our knees a bit of a hug for a moment. We're going to go into our boat pose just to get some extra fire in the belly and the body. So boat pose, we've got a few options this morning. So we can either stay here, taking our hands behind our knees. Or maybe we want to take our shins and calf muscles so they're parallel to the earth. Or maybe you want to take your legs out long in front of you. As you inhale, you're going to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, you're going to take the arms out. If this is ever too much, you keep your hands behind. Remember, you've got all these different options. You can take any of them at any point. And we're just going to hold here, engaging the core for 5 deep breaths. Really breathe into the belly. 4 more breaths. Keep lengthening that spine. You've got this. Last breath. Oh, your exhale, you're going to make your way all the way down onto your backs. And just hugging the knees into the chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Taking the feet back down to the earth. I'm going to cross our right ankle over our left knee. I want to flex into that right foot. Staying here if you're already feeling a nice juicy stretch, or maybe you can thread your arms through, bringing that left knee in towards you. Keep flexing into that right foot though. Staying here for a moment. And we'll just take this into a twist, keeping the legs exactly where they are. You're just going to allow them to drop over towards the left. Maybe you can take your arms out nice and wide, keeping both shoulders nice and snuggled into the earth. If you like, with your left palm, you can push into the inner right thigh, just to help open that hip a little bit more. Maybe you want to even shuffle the left knee closer towards you, just to give you an extra stretch in that right outer hip and glute. 1 more breath. Your next inhale, bring the knees back to center, and once more giving them a little snuggle. Taking the soles of the feet back down to the earth, and this time taking the left ankle over the right knee, flexing into that left foot, staying there, or maybe bringing the right knee in towards you. Just notice if this side feels different to the other one at all. On your next exhale, we'll take it to a twist, allowing the legs to drop over to the right side this time. Taking the arms out nice and long by your sides in a T shape. Keeping those shoulders grounded into the earth. And again, maybe you want to take the right palm to the inner left thigh to help open up that hip, or shuffle the right knee up. Few more breaths here. Next inhale, and come to center. Give yourself a really big squeeze. Bring your forehead or your nose into your knees. And I want you to squeeze really, really tight. Even squeeze from the tippy toes all the way to the crown of your head into a little cosmic egg, like you're a star about to explode. Keep squeezing for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, let everything go. Come down to lie on your backs. Give yourself a wiggle and a shake, taking the shoulders underneath the back, maybe palms open, just allowing your heart to be open towards the sky. Just lightly tucking the chin in towards the chest. Just tracing around the outline of your body. Just allowing that to spread away from you. You feel yourself sinking into your mat. Just feeling the soft rise and fall of your belly. Just for a few minutes, allowing all the poses you've done this morning to marinate in your body, giving you the energy and the motivation you need to charge ahead with your beautiful day. And very gently Start to feel the rise and the fall of your belly again. Bring your awareness back into the room and the space around you. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe rocking your head from side to side. And giving yourself a nice big stretch. Maybe a big yawn. Bringing the knees into the chest and then rolling over to the right or left side in a little fetal position. Spending a little moment to yourself here. When you're ready, navigating your way back up to a seat. Noticing how you feel. Knowing what a magnificent, unique and creative being you are. Bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Bow your chin towards your chest. Namaste, yogis. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.